3.
Hi, my name is Alexis Martinez. Today I'm going to be showcasing 5 exercises with you today. First exercise we have is a dumbbell step up. What we're going to want to do is make sure our feet are shoulder width apart, make sure our scaps are retracted, make sure that chest is loud and proud. And then you're going to want to do is elevate that knee as high as you can onto that elevated platform as such. And if this exercise is too easy for you, what you could do is just increase the height or increase the weight. If it's too hard for you, decrease the height, decrease the weight. Some common errors what you tend to see is people tend to start from a farther distance and go all to the platform. That momentum helps them up. So what you can do to counteract that, just get closer to the platform. Next exercise is a farmer's walk. For this farmer's walk, what you're gonna wanna do is make sure your feet are shoulder width apart, make sure your scaps are retracting, make sure your chest is loud and proud, and make sure your abs are activated also. Some common errors what you tend to see is people hyperextend their elbows. To counteract that, just make sure you do a slight bend at the elbows or grab lower weights. If this exercise is too easy for you, just grab heavier weights. Too hard, lower the weight. Next exercise is a hip thrust. What you want to do is find a surface level to your knees as such, and what you want to do is place your scaps in the back of your arms onto that flat surface as such. And you're going to want to start off in this position. You're going to want to push your hips towards the ceiling as such. And if this exercise is too easy for you, you're going to use a resistance band, place it above your knees. So when you come up off the ground, you're going to want to tear that resistance band, and you're going to be feeling it in your glutes and your hamstrings. This exercise is too hard. What you're going to want to do is just hold this position, and of course without the resistance band. And some common mistakes what you tend to see is when people go down into this position, they're still looking up to the ceiling. To counteract that, what we're going to do is pretend we have a dollar bill right between your chin and your chest and hold it as such, so you're always going along with the movements. Next exercise, what you want to do is a dead bug. A dead bug, you're going to go ahead and lie down on your back. Make sure your fingertips are pointed towards the ceiling. Make sure your knees and toes also. Make sure your knee and your hip are at a 90-degree angle. And what you're going to want to do is reach for the sky and extend that knee as such. Make sure you don't touch the floor. And if this exercise is too easy, make sure you just hold it for longer. If it's too hard, you're going to want to go ahead and start off with your arms and then your legs. Some common mistakes is your hips tend to go off the ground. To counteract that, just make sure you're aware or make sure your abs are activated. Next exercise is a plank to a high plank. What you're gonna wanna do is lie down on your belly, make sure your feet are shoulder width apart, make sure your elbows are underneath your shoulders. And then what you're gonna wanna do is get into that plank position by lifting up those hips. And then to get into that high plank, you're gonna wanna make sure your palm of your hands are underneath your shoulders now as such. If this exercise is too hard for you, what you're gonna wanna do is make sure you hold this position. If it's too easy for you, what you're gonna wanna do is do the same movement, but add a jumping jack towards the end. So common errors is people tend to dip their hips. Just make sure you activate that core and you'll be good.